What's up, everyone? You are listening to Beyond the Ring podcast. I am Tejas, and this is your NXT 2.0 Halloween Havoc review, guys. Before we get into this review, make sure to leave a like, subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to hit that notification bell. And let me know your thought. Did you enjoy the show? I didn't enjoy that too much. I was expecting it to be a really good show, but it didn't really reach at my onto that level, I would say. But anyways, guys, we let's get into this show then. So we first kick it off with Io Shirai, Zoe Stark versus Indy Hartwell, Persia Perota versus Toxic Attraction, Gigi Dolan, JC James, Scareway to Hell match. It's none other than ladder match, guys. Nothing different. The name is just to have some buzz, you can say, for the NXT Women's Tag Team Championships. I thought that this could be a good match, but it didn't really reach into that good category, I would say. It was a decent match. It was an okay match. The spots were nice. The stars that were there in this match have not have much experience in this environment and in the ring as well, so in the TV environment as well. So there was some chemistry missing here and there. Whole, I would say, not one guy or one woman or three women. I'm saying all of them have something or the other issues going on, kind of, you can say. Had my a feeling from this match away, but it was a fun watch. I would say the spots were really cool to watch. So yeah, so that was a fun ladder match, and that title change that I was expecting, and that happened here. I thought that this Scareway to Hell match could have been made interesting, maybe if they could have some lighting effects going on when one of the women saw, yeah, team try to climb the ladder or something. They should have done that. So just my view, man. But it was just an ordinary ladder match. That was kind of, you can say, but the spots were really cool. Io Shirai especially took lot of crazy bumps and onto the ladder. So yeah, so and anyways, guys, this was a fun watch, fun okay match. Next we get to the Carmelo Hayes, Trick Williams finding their NXT North American champion from the Johnny Gargano and Dexter Loomis house. It was okay, I would say. It began okay. It was nothing they said to be continued, and we were getting into next match. We had Grayson Waller, something kind of entertainment thing going on. LA Knight, man, Joe Gacy versus Malik Blade. They shouldn't have done this kind of a squash match in this special kind of Halloween show. They shouldn't have done it because they have other shows. They could have done next week or something. This guy is. We have matches every week, so this wasn't nice. This was just their average stuff. We get a Kaylee Ray vignette, so Kaylee Ray is arriving again onto NXT. Next, we get to NXT Cruiserweight Champion Roderick Strong, open challenge. This wasn't there in this card, versus Odyssey Jones. What a weird match, man. I mean, a cruiserweight champion is actually fighting against two 300 odd pounds guy. Kind of, and especially Odyssey Jones acting like a kid. I don't like, man, doing this. Him doing this kind of thing. This character is not matching him. I am not a fan of it. Match was just there, I would say. Too short to be anything, I would say. Yeah, just an average match. Next, we get to some party going on in the backstage Halloween party, and we had Chucky coming up. Chucky choice trick or street fight for Raquel Gonzalez versus Mandy Rose for the NXT Women's Championship. This was nothing but, you can say, no disqualification. Uh, no disqualification and no count out. You can win. You can only win by pinfall or submission in the ring. So it's kind of, you can say, a no DQ match, just trick or street fight. So, anyways, guys, but the match was decent. It was nice, I would say. It began kind of a normal way, I would say. The match wasn't that into a good category. But it kind of, you can say, after the match you can say, yeah, it was okay match. It was a fun watch, I would say. But the title change I was really expecting, and the especially the kendo stick spots and the steel step spots, that were good. The spots were fun to watch at that burst kind of time, small amount of time you could say. But overall, if you look at, this wasn't a really great match or something, great NXT women's title match or something. It was a decent watch, I would say, okay match. And Raquel Gonzalez dropping the title to Mandy Rose is something that's good. I would say that's. I mean, she wasn't doing anything much better, but we got an interesting twist actually, because Dakota Kai actually hit her from the back. So Dakota Kai was the one who actually cost her the NXT Women's Championship. So that was a thing that actually something good came from this thing. One was the title change, and this Dakota Kai Raquel Gonzalez. I'm interested to see the rivalry again. I would say I like this friendship. Kind of friendship storyline, which came to bitter enemies kind of storyline. I like that, so I'm into it. So let's see how they get into it, guys. So next we get to Melo and Trick. They have their NXT North American Champion finding continuing. So there were some spooky things that's happening, some entertainment. I mean, Trick was good here. I mean, Trick was funny at times. So I mean, the second half was some kind of, you can, entertainment, but yeah, just okay. I would say nothing to. We are here to watch wrestling, not to watch entertainment stuff, and also yeah. But anyways, we gets to Grayson Waller in the ring. We had LA Knight making his entrance. He says that he's the host of Halloween Havoc, and they had their arguments going on. Solo Sikoa debuts. I don't think so. Solo Sikoa should have debuted like this. I thought that he may be debuting after NXT Championship match or something, but he debuted. He take out Grayson Waller, and LA Knight just have no problems with him. So Solo Sikoa made his entrance and made his debut. Okay debut, I would say. Nothing statement or something you can say. He's a heel. I think he's going to be a heel. Obviously, I think so. He's going to be the Bloodline member in the future. I am sure about that. Next we get MSK versus Imperium for the NXT Tag Team Championship. So this was also spin the wheel, make the deal. We got lumberjack match, and the name for this match was lumberjack or lantern match. There was no lantern involved in this lumberjack match. I mean, Halloween costume guys, wrestlers comes up, and they are surrounded by the ring. As you know how lumberjack match works. It's uh, it, it doesn't create any interesting thing for several minutes, but then we had some MSK aerial maneuvers that were good. I mean, that was fun. The good thing of this match was MSK working the match very well, I would say. For several minutes or several amount of time, you can say MSK were actually dominating this match, you can say. And with their continuity, with their maneuvers, and Imperium were kind of trying to find out how to get along with in this match. But finally, Imperium got the victory here, and I am not shocked. I had my prediction that Imperium should get the victory, and MSK is getting booed because of some remarks they made. And obviously, MSK's title reign first, when they began, it was good. They had some good thing with some tag teams going on matches, but when NXT 2.0 came up, it just isn't matching with them. I think they actually dropped the title here, so that was a good decision for, I think so, Imperium. And they're teasing Walter very much. So Walter may be coming up into NXT again, maybe to the main roster or something in the future as well. But a very fun match, I would say, very fun title defense. And this kind of, you can say, changed the mood of the show a little bit, because until that women's championship, it was just you can say average to okay. Yeah, pretty okay, you can say. It's still, you can say, okay, because the first hour of the show was, it was missable, man. It was nothing fantastic or awesome or something. It was, yeah, just another NXT watch, NXT TV show kind of. Yeah, it was nothing amazing or something. And then we get to finally Tommaso Ciampa versus Braun Breaker for the NXT Championship. This was the this was the great match. I would say this was the match of the night. You can say this was really good. I mean, I was so happy to watch Braun Breaker in the ring. He does little things. But with his strength, but strength moves, but he's so awesome, amazing to watch, man. Champa Breaker, they had great chemistry here. I would say the story was the inexperience of Braun Breaker and the Champa's experience, you can say. And Braun Breaker had a small botch when he was going for the splash. He just stripped on from the middle rope, so that was there. So he was okay. He continued the match pretty well. He had his comeback then, so it was great as well. I think this was. I mean, I have some soft corner to Braun Breaker. I don't know, but it was a really good match, you can say. For some, it would be a great match, but at times it got into a near great, and especially Champa, in the closing moments, you can say, he took a lot of hard work to beat Braun Breaker because lots of knees, and it was just getting up, and that's the strength and that's the booking that Braun Breaker got here. He was booked very very strongly, man, and he just took the DDT onto the exposed that place ringside, and that was great as well. Spot was good, and he was busted open, so that was a nice touch. Yeah, he was busted from bleeding from the mouth as well. So ending was really good. I mean, the great point was ending, and Champa hit a bleeding breaker, you can say, with the fairy tale ending, second time or third time, I guess, and finally got the victory here, and retained the championship. Champa retained the championship here. So I will not say that is a bad decision. I mean, Braun Breaker defeating a experienced veteran isn't a kind of a story that you should. So that story is continuing, like maybe Braun Breaker should have another match in a no DQ environment or something. That could be great. So I would like to see another match between these two guys in a no disqualification or some, yeah, stipulation kind of. I think so in NXT episode, I guess. So that was there. So really good match. Storytelling was great here, and the ending was awesome, I would say. And the this was a show, guys. the show the show actually was pretty decent, I would say. A decent to pretty good, I would say, because the main event was the match that I liked, but it isn't, you can say, whole show was very good or something. So I thought that it's a pretty decent to okay show. You can watch it. You can probably just skip the first hour and just watch 1 hour of NXT. So that would be good if you are short on time. Matches to watch out for: NXT Championship match. If you have time, watch the tag team championship match. That's it. I mean, the women's championship match, if you are interested in that, you could watch it, but it was nothing very really great or something. So that's it, guys. I hope you like my review. Tell me your thoughts on Halloween Havoc show in the comment section below. Did you like it? Did you enjoy it? And that's it, guys. Like, share, subscribe, do all that good stuff, and I will see you guys with the next one. Until then, be safe, stay energetic, and peace.